2024 S-Mint Morgans are out. We've been talking about them for about a week. It is a fun time to be a collector in 2024. But whenever I see stuff like that pop up, I guess I gotta shake my head, close the eyes, and just say, okay, if you go back 140 years ago, you can get significantly rarer coins, same beautiful quality, for a fraction of the price. We love our modern issue, and we should not change that. We can't lose sight of where they came from and the value that's still there. Tonight, got them back, and the price is, well, the AVC way. Take a peek. So the Morgan dollar was introduced in 1878. So we're looking at the third and fourth year of issue from the beautiful San Francisco Mint. Now the coin series lasted until 1904, 27 consecutive years. Then it was brought back in 1921 while they were working on the peace dollar for 28 years. San Francisco and Philadelphia struck them all. All right? But in 2021, the U.S. Mint brought back the Morgan dollar after a 100-year hiatus for the 100th anniversary of the last one. All right? And there was a San Francisco coin they made. They sold it on August 3rd that year amongst the other mint marks that summer. And they made 175,000 of them. And today, actually earlier in the show, we had it available, and I think it's sold out at $249.95, which is about $100 less than our competition. That's for the brand new one. And I love that coin. So now we get to jump into our time capsule and go back 140 years to when it all began and look at the originals. And that graphic on your left is 100% accurate. Our normal price on these is $89.95. As part of this Morgan dollar deal we've talked about a lot the last 2 weeks, there were a couple of S-Mints. These are two of them. And tonight we get to talk about them. They are gorgeous uncirculated specimens. But the way the deal was broken down, we can be $20 less than our already crazy prices. Now the mint mark S is above the D and the O in dollar at the bottom of the coin. Gorgeous, are they not? And again, we're in 2024 today. So we're talking 140 plus years old. Somebody, a long time ago, set aside some coins. And how many generations did they go through before they finally made it to the market with us to have a conversation on it tonight? Now the Morgan dollar series, again, is the #1 vintage coin. 2017, the U.S. Mint had that survey, right? What's your favorite coin series, your coin denomination, your coin look and feel? Large cent, half cent, gold piece, Kennedy half dollar, you name it, pick it. The Morgan dollar had more votes than all the rest combined. And it's understandable. It's the largest silver coin ever made and put into circulation here in the US of A. The other part about San Francisco is this. There's a number of authors that have spent a lot of time just watching this series. It's their life works. The Highfields, the Loves, the Millers, who have written beautiful encyclopedias for us just to gain knowledge from their knowledge, right? The one common ground they all have is what? The 1881 S is the finest struck Morgan ever. #1 coin. Now, San Francisco's in general are always better. And the reason why is this. They struck fewer coins in San Francisco. New Orleans was striking smaller size coins. Philadelphia was striking everything, from cents to nickels to dimes to quarters. San Francisco, let's just make some dollars. It was the majority of what they did. So they struck them slower. The quality was stronger. And you can still see it today by looking at a coin like this and compare it to the brand new 2021s and say, my God, 140 years old, and it looks like it was made yesterday. The real McCoy. Now, my competition has both of these vintage beauties in uncirculated condition. And they're at $175 each. We're over $100 less, and we're always less. Because our mantra here is what? Buy and sell. And we want to sell everything we have, and we'll buy more stuff and do it again next week. Just the way it works. The other fun part about collecting Morgans, or vintage coins from the 1800s, especially the Wild West expansion, the 1870s, 80s, and 90s, is what was going on. I mean, we know what's going on here in this country, right, on a day-to-day basis, and what we've seen change over the years. But in 1880, the big deal was we started construction on the Panama Canal. The big deal in 1880 was in Wabash, Indiana, it became the first city electrically lit in the history of the world. Today, we don't think about turning on the switch, do we? Our census was 50 million people. Now, the 1881 is a landmark coin because of its beauty and what the authors and the experts, the scholars say about it. But the 1881, a year in our life here in the United States, was like, wow. The Oriental Telephone Company is formed between Edison and Bell. Barnum and Bailey's Circus. I mean, it recently closed, but that was out there for over 100 years. Right? Bat Masterson fights his last gunfight. And where was that? Dodge City, of course. The Red Cross was formed. Clara Barton. Billy the Kid was shot and killed by Pat Garrett. And one of our presidents was assassinated, James Garfield. So think about that as part of the history. Where were we when these were the coins? Guys, give me a 30-second clock. Love looking at the history. But it's even more fun looking at the price, right? Competition sells them for what? Buy both of ours tonight. The 80 and the 81, and you're paying less than they have one of these, and there's money to go out and have breakfast and do your thing. The most significant coin series in U.S. history is that big silver dollar, our largest coin ever put into circulation. The finest structs are the San Francisco, and we got 140-year-old specimens tonight, uncirculated specimens for under $70. That is something special.